Season 12 of Alum premiered with intensity, emotion, and brutal reality as 10 new survivalists were dropped into one of the most remote and punishing landscapes the series has ever featured: the windswept mountains and frigid forests of Labrador, Canada. Titled Drop Point, Episode 1 wastes no time in establishing just how unforgiving the wilderness will be this season, setting the stage for what could be one of the most physically and emotionally challenging installments of the hit survival series to date. The episode opens with breathtaking aerial shots of the vast wilderness, quickly shifting to each contestant as they are dropped off in isolated, undisclosed locations around the rugged terrain. The 10 participants, a mix of seasoned bushcrafters, wilderness guides, and survival instructors, carry only 10 carefully selected items each and their camera gear to document their journey. From the start, it's clear this season will test not just survival skills, but mental endurance and emotional resilience. Among the standout contestants introduced in Episode 1 is Rachel, a 42-year-old wilderness therapy guide from Oregon who opens up about her difficult past and her deep connection to nature as a form of healing. As she sets up her temporary shelter, Rachel shows off her expertise in natural insulation and firemaking, but also sheds tears as the weight of isolation starts to settle in. Her vulnerability offers a powerful human element to the premiere, anchoring the viewer in the psychological toll of true solitude. Meanwhile, Jared, a former Navy medic from Montana, quickly becomes a fan favorite due to his calm demeanor and military precision. He spends his first day meticulously mapping his surroundings and setting up a fishing line along a glacial-fed river. Though confident in his ability to endure the physical hardships, Jared reveals in a confessional that he's worried about the psychological aspects. "I've been in tough situations, but being alone with your thoughts, that's the real battle." On the opposite end of the spectrum, Eli, a 29-year-old wilderness influencer, arrives with confidence but quickly finds himself overwhelmed by the terrain. After slipping on wet rocks while attempting to gather water, Eli injures his ankle, prompting concerns about whether he'll make it through the first few days. Despite the pain, he pushes forward, determined not to be the first to tap out. Episode 1 spends time intercutting between each contestant's struggle to build shelter, find food, and mentally acclimate to the crushing loneliness. A recurring theme this season appears to be the mental warfare of isolation more than just physical survival. The camera captures raw emotional moments, such as Miguel, a 54-year-old survival school instructor, weeping quietly as he eats a meager meal of boiled pine bark, saying, "This isn't about hunger. This is about purpose." As night falls across the cold Labrador landscape, several participants are shown huddling in poorly constructed shelters, shaking from the cold and second-guessing their decisions. Tamika, a 35-year-old single mom and survivalist from Georgia, struggles to keep her fire going in the rain. She reflects in her video diary about missing her children and questioning whether her strength is enough to carry her through the darkness. The first tap out of the season shocks both viewers and competitors alike. Bradley, a 48-year-old carpenter from New Hampshire, begins vomiting on day 2, likely from contaminated water. Despite his strong initial showing, he signals for medical evacuation due to dehydration and illness. "I thought I was ready," he says as he boards the rescue boat, "but this land doesn't care who you are." This early departure sends a ripple effect through the remaining participants, many of whom begin to question their own durability. The weight of reality hits them. Food will be scarce, predators are everywhere, and the cold is creeping in faster than expected. A single mistake can mean the end of the journey, or worse. The episode closes with a haunting montage: contestants curled up in tarps, fires flickering low, and wind howling through the trees. Voiceovers reflect their inner turmoil and hope. "I didn't come here just to survive. I came here to change," Rachel says in the final moments as the camera lingers on her face illuminated by firelight. Episode 1 of Alone Season 12 sets the tone for a raw, emotionally charged, and deeply human survival journey. The combination of extreme terrain, authentic storytelling, and real stakes makes for gripping television. With one contestant already out and the others beginning to fray mentally and physically, it's clear that Labrador will not be conquered easily, and that Season 12 may be the most transformative yet.